Hi, and welcome to Larry's computer class. Today we're going to talk about files and folders, how to create them, how to put them on your desktop. We're going to talk about my computer, picture file, document files, music files if you do music. Now, the first thing you want to do, because I already have the icons up here, so I'll show you how to get them up on your desktop. You go to Personalize. Go to change desktop icons. You've already seen this screen. We've done some of the backgrounds on some of these things. You're going to click computer or my computer depending on what it says on your screen. Click apply. Click OK. And you can close this screen, and as you can see, I put an icon on my desktop. Now from here we can open this up. You can go to music if you want. What you want to do is you want to right click, go to copy, go back to your desktop, right click, and hit paste. Very common tools that you're going to use, copy and paste. You're going to use them a lot when you're using computers. Music, you can do the same thing for your document. Copy, right click on your desktop on an open area. Paste. What's the other one? Pictures. Oh. Click more. It's not on the list. Just click more and pictures. Copy. Right click and paste. You can close this. Now you have all your files, whichever ones you want. If you don't use all these, you don't have to have them. And they're pretty much self-explanatory. Your computer. This is your computer, your C drive. That's your hard drive. That's your main area of your computer. It stores all your information, all the files, your operating systems, everything, the pictures. And this gives you a little demonstration on how big your hard drive is. My hard drive is 221 gigabytes. And I have 121 gigabytes left of free space. This is how much room I've used, and this is how much room I have left. What you can do, you can click on your C drive, and this brings up all the files that are in your computer. Your screen, see how your screen is small? There's different ways to change your screen size. You can go put your cursor on a corner till this little arrow comes up. Hold your left mouse button down, and you can move it any way you want. You can do it on the edge, up and down, the sides. You make the screen any size you want. If you want full screen, you want this to go to full screen, you can do it two ways. Click on this box, it goes to full screen. Or you can put your cursor in the top up here and double click. Click twice on the left mouse button, and it goes to full screen. And these are just a bunch of files that are on your computer. User, that's you. That's actually what you're using right now. From here, you can go into, usually when you start up a new computer, it asks you for a computer name. Put in your name or whatever you want to use. I just put in my name, user, and this brings you to another file. It shows you anything you've downloaded from the internet. You can go to this download button, and it shows you what you've loaded. If you want to reload a program, you can go in there and do the same thing. Back up a little bit here. Most of the files in here you're not going to do a whole lot with. Program files, these are all the programs that are on your computer. You're not going to want to do anything with this. You change any of these programs, and that program's not going to work anymore. So be careful what you do for here. You can add files in here if you want, like I have a music file that I have in here. What else have I added? Important things. This is one I've added. A copy of my web page. I put that in there. Program data. That's all part of your system. HP is all part of your system because I have an HP computer. Most of this stuff you can't do with, but you can, like I said, add files to this. Simply to add a file, create a new file, right click, go to new, go to folder, and now you have a new folder if you want to put stuff in it. Delete a folder, right click on it, delete. Yes, I want to delete it. What else do we have? Music, same thing, it's an empty file. Add your music to it. You can do that by CDs, discs. If you have a bunch of music discs, you can play on your computer and download right into this file, so you have a nice list of them. Not much going on here because all these files are going to be empty. Documents, there's files in here. These are all files that I put in here. There's generally nothing in your document file to begin with. These are all things I added to it. You can see how nice and ordered in files and stuff. I'll show you how to organize your folders in a minute. And same thing with pictures. All your pictures and stuff. I have a lot of pictures. You can see here how there's separate pictures. If you have a file that just has a lot of pictures and nothing's organized, what you can do is you can take like these files here, right click, create a new one. You have a new file. Now you can name it. It's in blue, so you don't have to change anything. You can just start typing and it will replace the new folder 3 with anything you want. You could just put in miscellaneous pictures, or you could put in a date of when you took the pictures or what the pictures are about. Jamaica, Argentina, Europe, whatever the pictures are about, my picnic. And then what you can do is you can simply just put your cursor on the picture, hold your left mouse button down, and drag it to the file. And when you release the button, this picture will go in the file. Now, just to show you some things that you got to watch for, if I move this over and you see that black line that pops up, what that'll do is that'll put the picture in that spot. What you want to do if you're going to put it in a file, hold your left mouse button down and wait for the file to change colors, and then release, and then it puts it in that file. So be careful of that. Make sure if there's a black line, it's going to put it next to the file. If it's lit up, it's going to put it in the file. And you can do this, and you can organize all your pictures very simply like this. Creating folders, doing what you want to do. If you have a group of them you want to move, just simply move your cursor off the picture, hold your left mouse button down, move your mouse over the pictures till they all turn colors or blue, and then hold your left mouse button down. See, it says 3. It's got the nice little 3 on there. That means you're moving 3 pictures. And then get it so this file lights up. Let go of your button, and now all those pictures are nice and neatly in a file. Pretty neat, huh? And that's pretty much it for pictures. The same thing. Now, another thing with your pictures is whatever pictures is in this file, you can use for your screensaver. Now, we talked about the screensaver in an earlier video. Property, screensavers. Give it a minute to load. There we go. And put this, make sure this is on pictures. Set your timer. You can click on that. Set it for 5 minutes. And if you want to preview what pictures are in your folder, any pictures that are in that picture file will start showing up on your computer as a screensaver. And like I said, this saves your screen from getting burned. If your screen gets burned, it leaves marks on the screen that don't go away, and it makes it hard to see other things. And at your preview, it'll just start showing you what was in your file. Your settings. Here you can have slow, medium, or fast, whenever you prefer. Shuffle contents. What that'll do, if you click this on and you have, say you have 5 different folders in your picture file, we'll do a shuffle. We'll take one picture from one folder, then the next one will be from a different folder, and it shuffles all the pictures around. If this is turned off, what it'll do is it'll start from the first file, go through whatever pictures are in the first file, then it goes to the second file, shows all the pictures in the second file, and so on. and then you can hit apply, and now your screensaver is set. Whatever pictures are in your picture file, after 5 minutes of your computer being idle, it'll start showing all your pictures. This on resume display login. This is a security thing. If you click on this and hit apply, what that's going to do is when your screensaver comes up after your computer's idle for 5 minutes and your screensaver comes up and starts showing pictures, when you click on a button or move your mouse to go back to your regular computer, you're going to have to re-enter a password, and the password is whatever you set it to be. So that way, if you leave your computer, nobody can get access to it after 5 minutes, and you can set this for 1 minute if you want. 1 minute's a little low because you could be working on something or reading something for a minute and then your screensaver is going to come on. So 1 minute might be a little low, but you can adjust that accordingly. But once the screensaver comes up and it's going, then once you come back to your computer, if somebody moves the mouse, it's going to come up to a security window that's going to ask you for a password if you have this checked. Other than that, that's about it for screensavers. You can close this. And that's just about it for files. Picture files, they're all the same. Once you create a file, you can add anything to it. Same thing with documents, music, your computer, anything you want. Your computer, you can get to a whole bunch of files if you want. You can also change the view of your files. This is true for any of these documents, your pictures, your music, anything. Just by clicking on view, it changes how they are. You can have little icons, or you could just have them set up where it just names the file, or you can have them set up this way. This works for all the files. That just about covers these. Like I said, same thing for deleting these. Anything in here you want to delete, it's all done the same. Just go to that file, right click, click on delete. Then one quick note about deleting files. If you delete something to your recycle bin, and then you go to your recycle bin and you empty your recycle bin, and then you do realize that it was something you needed. Once it's deleted from your recycle bin, it's very hard to get back. But if you delete something that's very, very important that you need, there's a couple things you can try first. The first thing you can do is you can go to Programs, go to Accessory, System Tools, and then you can go to System Restore. I'm not going to actually go through this whole thing because it takes a few minutes, 3 or 4 minutes for it to go through the restore. What this is, restore is a file on your computer, and your computer automatically every so often creates a restore point. It goes through your computer settings and saves them. I don't know if it's every few days or once a week or whatever it does, but it creates and saves a restore point. So you can choose restore recommended and hit next and let it go through its thing. Just follow what it tells you to do. Your computer is going to go through a restore. It's going to go through finding all your files. Like here we have dates. You can go back. If it's something recent, you can go back to yesterday or whatever the dates are, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. You can go back. If you need more, there is more restore points. And just follow the prompts, click next. It's going to go through and reset all your settings, and then your computer is going to restart. It's going to turn off and start up again. Like I said, it takes 3, 4, 5 minutes to go through this whole process. Once you start the restore, you can't touch the computer. You have to just leave the computer alone, let it go through its thing. Once it restarts, it comes back up and tells you the restore is completed. Then you're all set to go. You can check and see if it restored your file that you lost. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Another thing, if you're in your control panel It depends on what program you have, what operating system you have, whether you have Windows 98, 2000, NT, XP. It's going to say add and remove programs, which is up here at the top somewhere. If you have Vista or newer, Windows 7, Windows 8, it's under programs and features. It's the same exact file, it's just a different name. And this is a list of all the programs that are on your computer. And from here, what you can do is, it's a good idea once in a while to go through this list. Some things you shouldn't delete. If you don't know what it is, don't delete it, don't uninstall it. Some things, if you download a program from the internet, a lot of times what they do now is they give you toolbars. I have a couple. I usually delete toolbars because if you're not using them, you don't need them. Like here, I have Google Toolbar. The toolbar is actually part of your browser. Internet Explorer, Firefox, they all have these. And all they are bars that are going across the top of your screen here. If you have a bar like this and a bar like this, and there's 3 or 4 or 5 of them, you're just wasting screen room on your computer. You're taking up room that you can use to work. What you do, like I said, is you go here, Google Toolbar for Internet Explorer, Google Toolbar for Firefox. Those are the only two. You'll see Bing toolbars. There's tons and tons of them. And if you have a whole bunch of them in here, you want to get rid of them and just keep the ones you use. And to delete a program, uninstall a program, you just go to that program, click on it twice, a little window is going to pop up, and they usually ask you if you want to delete this program. When you do that, you could right click, uninstall. Another way you could do it is click on here, click on install. And if you accidentally delete something from here, you can use the same process that I just showed you with your system restore. And most of the time, if you uninstall something from here, your restore will put it back. If it doesn't put it back and you lose something very important, then what you have to do is turn off your computer and call your technician. The reason I tell you to turn off your computer is because a lot of times when you click delete or uninstall, it doesn't completely uninstall the program from your hard drive. But you need to get a program, you need to have a tech or someone that knows what they're doing to go in and try and find that file and restore it back to where it originally was. So be careful what you delete. Make sure it's stuff that you really want to delete. Like I said, if it's deleted and in your recycle bin, it's not deleted. You can still get those files back very easily. See, once they're in here, you can double click on your recycle bin. All your files are deleted here. Just simply restore all, close, and they're all back down here on your computer. And that's it for today. That'll cover any documents or document files, creating new files, deleting files, what to do if you accidentally delete something, and that's it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful for you. Thanks.